Hello everyone. Today let's solve the problem number 219 contains duplicate, right? So this is very simple problem. Let's try to solve this one quickly. So what the question states here, we are given an integer array nums. So you can clearly see here we are given an integer array nums and an integer k, right? So here you can clearly see we have been given an integer array nums along with the integer k, right? So what we need to do, we have to return true if there are two same elements in the array. So we have to return true only if there are two same elements in the array such that their indices differ by at most k. At most k means, so here in this case, k we have been given 3. K we have been given 3. So if 1 is present here, either we have the duplicate 1. We have the duplicate for 1. 2 and 3 doesn't contain the duplicate at all. So let's this one. Ignore that one. So 1 should be present within the next three elements. So that is the reason they have been given k equals 3 here. Either one can be present here, or one can be present here. So this is nothing but the sliding window part. So this is nothing but the sliding window part. We have the window. Within this window we have three elements. So one should be present in the next three, within the next three elements, right? So within this window one has to be present. So one is present within the window, the last element right here. So in this case we are returning true. Let's come to the second part here. And also one more thing, in other words, we have to check if any duplicate exists within a sliding window of size k, right? So here we have 1, so k we have been given 1. So we will check, we have the duplicates for 1, right? So k equals 1. We'll check for this one. So 1 duplicate is found here, no. And we'll go with the this one, the third one. So 1, we will consider this one and we will check with the next window here. Yes, 1 is present here in this case, right? So we have the duplicate for 1 within the window that they have mentioned, nothing but k equals 1. So here in this case we have got true. So this has to be true, right? So next let's come to the third part here. We have 1. So 1 2 3 1 2 3. So and k they have given 2 here, right? So 1 2 3 1 2 3. And so let me show this one. So this will be, what if I show like this, right? So this is fine. We have 1 2 3 1 2 3. Just give me a second here. 1 second. So let me consider here. 1 2 3 1 2 3. This is fine. So do one thing here. So yeah, we have k equals 2 here, right? So we have k equals 2. First, we have duplicates for 1 2 and 3, right? So we'll check for 1 whether 1 is present in the next 2 window or not. So here, do we have 1 within the next 2 elements within this window? No. So let's consider this one. We don't have duplicate at all, right? So we'll ignore this one. So next what we'll do, we'll consider 2. For 2 we will consider this window, next two elements, right? So whether 2 is present in this window? No, 2 is not present. So next 3, for 3 also we have duplicate. So for 3 we will consider this window, right? So we will come here, we'll check whether 3 is present or not. So 3 is not present here. Quite obviously 3 is not present in this particular window. So for the mentioned k within the next two window, 1 2 3 is not present. 1 2 3 is found in the array. Duplicates we have, but they are not present in the particular window accordingly with the k, right? So in this case, so as they are not present, we will be returning false in this case. As they are not present, we will be returning false in this case, right? So I hope the question part is completely clear. They have given us wonderful examples just for the sake of understanding, right? So I hope this question part is completely clear. Let's come to the approach. Let's come to the approach part. So we will be going with the two pointers or the sliding window. Here we will be going with the two pointers or the sliding window approach for to solve this particular problem. So first what we'll do, let's consider the same first example that they have given here so that it will be easier for us to understand the approach. So we'll start with the two pointers. Initially two pointers, what we'll do, left we will left pointer will point to the first one and the right pointer will point to the last index, first index. This will be the left pointer and this will be the right pointer. You know the two pointers, how it works basically, right? So again we will be making use of the hash set here. Why? We have to keep the elements in the current window of size k, right? We have to check for the duplicates, right? So whenever we need to check for the duplicates, or we need to deal with the duplicates, it's or we need to eradicate the duplicates, it's better to go with the hash set. We know this one, we have already solved n number of problems using the hash set, right? So here we will be maintaining a hash set to keep the elements in the current window of size k. This is fine. So now as right moves means from the right part, this one I'm speaking of, right pointer initially at this one, right? As the right moves, we will check if the nums of right already exists in the set. Nums of right, if it already exists, then we will return true, right? Then we will return true. If uh, if it already exists, then it will be true, and we will be adding that one to the nums of right to the set. If window size is greater than k, if window size is greater than k, then we will remove nums of left, right? Then we will remove nums of left, and we will consider this one, the next element 2, and then if we'll carry on with the same process again. If we have found, then this is fine, we'll return true. If we have not found, if the condition fails, then we will move from 2 to 3, right? So if window size is greater than k, then we will remove nums of left and we will move left pointer. That's what they have given. If the entire loop runs and no duplicate is found at all, right, in the window, that is size less than or equal to k, in that case, see here, if we have one here, 2 3, so initially we have found, in this case this is fine. In the third example, we did not find at all within the particular window, right? At that case we will return false. So this is the approach that we'll be going with by making use of the two pointers or the sliding window, right? So we are making use of the two pointers or sliding window approach for this particular problem. I hope the approach part is completely clear, easy to understand, right? So let's do one thing, let's quickly discuss the complexities for the code that we'll be writing. So the time complexity would be big of n, because each element is added and removed from the set at most once, right? Here in this case, each element will be added and removed from the set at most once. So we'll be checking for the individual elements by moving the right and left pointers, right? So that is one thing. And so that is the reason the time complexity, overall time complexity would be big of n, and the space complexity would be big of k here, right? So the space complexity would be big of k because at most k elements we are storing in the hash set at a time. K elements means here 3, right? So we'll be storing 3 elements by considering left pointer this one. Next 3 elements we are storing this one in the memory, right? At most k elements stored in the hash set at a time, at the particular time for the particular input, right? So in this case, um, the space complexity would be quite obviously big of k, right? I hope this part is completely clear. So the time complexity would be big of n, and the space complexity would be big of k for the code that we'll be writing. So now as we are completely familiar with the approach as well as the complexities, let's start writing the code, right? So initially, as I've said, we'll be making use of the this one, two pointers. One is let's go with the left pointer or the sliding window. Left pointer will be stagnant until we check the element within the particular window. If the element is not present in the particular window, next we will move for the next element, and then we'll check for the duplicate in the next this one, next window of size k, right? Of size k, that's what we'll be doing, right? So let's initialize the sliding this one, the left pointer or the sliding window here. So this will be int left equals 0, right? So let's initialize this one, and I have said we'll be making use of the hash set because we have to store the unique elements in the particular window or the current window. So let me give hash set here. So this is integer, this is fine. So let me consider the variable set here. This will be new hash set. So the syntax, so this is fine, yeah. So next step, we have to this is nothing but the iteration part, right? So we are moving with the, we are playing with the right pointers. Basically left pointer will be stagnant until we are checking for the particular duplicate in the this one particular window, right? In the window of size k, basically. So now I'll just give here right equals 0, right less than length of the nums, and let me increment the right here. This is fine. Within this for loop, if the duplicate is present within the particular window, then only we have to return true, right? Then only we have to return true, right? So then let's write the simple if condition for that. This will be set dot So let me make use of the this one directly. So contains property, right? So let's make use of the contains property here. If it has the value within the nums of right, nothing but within the particular window, then what we'll do, let's return true, right? So if we have the duplicate within the particular window, then we have to return true, right? So this is fine. So then after checking for the particular duplicate, after this step we have to add the current element to the set, right? So this will be set dot add of nums of this one, right? RIGHT. So this is fine. So next step is important. If means we have to maintain the window size at most k, right? So and if we have not found the this one element in the particular window, then we have to check for then we have to move the left pointer ahead and keep on checking for the next element, right? Keep on checking for the uh, duplicate whether it is present in the next window or not. So for that one, let's write the simple if condition here. This will be if of right minus left here, right minus left greater than or equal to k, then what we'll do, we'll maintain the window size of at most k. So this will be set dot remove, this one will be nums of left. This is fine, nums of left. So this part, I hope this is completely clear. Next, after maintaining the window size at most k, then we have to move the left pointer. So because in the previous step we haven't found any this one, what do you call, um, any duplicate, right, within the particular window. So next we have to move the left pointer and then we are checking whether for that particular element we'll check whether the duplicate is found within the particular window or not of size k, right? So then let's do one thing, let's increment the left pointer. So this is fine, easy to understand, right? This one is basically easy. So this is fine. Finally, if no duplicates are if there are no duplicates at all, right? If there is no duplicates found in any window of size less than or equal to k, then at then we have to return false, right? So then we have to return false. So let me give false here. So this is it for the code, right? So let me hit the run button. I hope this works. Let's see. So yeah, you can clearly see here all the sample test cases are getting passed here. So let me hit the submit button. I hope this works for all the test cases. Let's see. Here you can clearly see all the test cases are getting passed. Means the code works absolutely correct in this case. So now I hope the solution part is completely clear along with the complexities and the approach. For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.